Welcome back to It Moves. Today we're in the Labyrinth, starring David Bowie. And I already forgot the controls. Oh, there we go. Whoa. I'm super fast. I can finally run in the dream world, as opposed to slogging along so slow I turned on sticky keys. Oh god. Alright. Do I have to press these in a certain order? I do. Oh. That one has a happy face. So I press the ones with the happy faces. And then that one just arbitrarily, because I guessed. Damn, I'm so good at guessing puzzles. Some kind of machinery. Wanted. It's... I don't know. What is that? Looks kind of like the Metal Gear Solid comics with the art style. But I could just be imagining that. Ventilation, maybe? Not fucking working very well. Poster for some concert. I feel like all the posters and stuff in this game are like based on real posters. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so fast now. I keep talking to these little hooded people and then I get faster. I don't know. You know what's weird is that it looks like I'm peeking into this room from like a hole in the door. That makes it creepy. Like rather than playing as this kid, I'm actually like spying on him. That makes it kind of scary, you know? I don't know where I'm going. There's this fucking thing up here that's like What? Am I supposed to follow it without it noticing me? Is it like that arbitrary mission in every video game? I'm sure it's not. I think they're just there to be spooky. Oh my god, I'm so lost. I'm so good at video games. Dude, I feel like I keep getting faster every time it's probably my imagination, but I am going a lot faster than I was in the first stream. Well, I'm calling them dreams, but what if they're not? Oh, God, I was so excited for that to be the way out. Oh, no. What the fuck? Anna Corp. Oh, I found that person again. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, just like find her enough times. Oh, that's a face. That is definitely a face in the middle of the screen. I don't know. She's smiling a little too wide. And her eyes are like... That's probably the noise that she makes. I don't know. Her teeth look pretty dirty, to be honest. It's hard to tell from here. But, I don't know. Not too comfortable with her staring at me like that. Oh, I thought that was the... Oh, there you are. Yeah! Doing it. And I totally am getting faster. I'm not crazy. I'm getting way too fast. Yeah, you know, this kid is like hitting every single wall that I run into. He's gonna like... I hope he's at least shielding his face with his hands, because he is just running full speed into every single wall. And I don't know, it does not look super comfortable. This is the weirdest level. There's literally no way out. I think you just have to find this, like, hooded person over and over. But every time you get a little faster, and it gets a little creepier, I guess. Hello. Oh, I don't know. They looked a little cuter in focus. I'm actually okay with that face. They could still use like a toothbrushing, but I don't know. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. All that. Wasn't the rest of this game narrated in first person? Now it says when you awaken from a deep sleep. Oh no. He's talking to the audience. Okay. I lost it for a second, but I got it. When you awaken from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears, even when lucid. Something was moving. There was no doubt about that. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline the room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed, because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing. It was probably your mom, because, she had a bad dream and she came to sleep with you. That's not too weird. As if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. Nah, it's probably just your brother. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination, or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. Sounds like a cat. To me. All the cats that I know. It was then that I noticed my door, shut as it had been when I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps my mum had checked in on me, and the cat had sneaked into my room then. Yeah, that must be it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but quickly I realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. It was an even bigger cat. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. Yeah, well, they're trying to sleep and you're narrating to the fucking audience as if anyone can hear you. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked, scanning the almost impenetrable darkness. I let out a cry. Moom! As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted to my moom. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed suddenly started to shake violently as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around, as if tormented by malice. I honestly think they're just, like, pissed that you keep, like, bothering them when they're trying to sleep, but I don't know. I did not want to jump down to safety, as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into the darkness. So I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried and let my mother console me. I added the word let in there. Tears of fears followed by relief streamed down my face. It sounds like a song that I would have listened to in high school when my hair covered half of my face and I wore those stupid pants that I was talking about. Yet through all of the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know, but as a child, I felt that if that unseen menace remained close, listening. I said that sentence wrong, but I noticed that he says as a child, which means he is speaking to the audience as an adult. So this all happened in the past, which means he's fine. He doesn't die. He's fine. Everything turns out fine. Nobody dies. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go anywhere, be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was a Saturday, and I played outside, quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not... This game has a lot of dialogue. I'm getting kind of tired, but bear with me. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long, sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it was overgrown, and we could hide in the bushes, climb in the huge sycamore tree which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. Isn't that the wrong form of throes? Never mind, I'm sorry. As fun as it all was, occasionally my eye would turn to that small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden, filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room, watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be enraged if I so much as spoke of it. Ah, come on, dude. Enrage it. Whatever. Like, as long as you're not asleep, it can't get you, right? Chapter 3. The Funhouse Party. I bet that's what it is. Factorized. That's a cool word. I thought that was a U for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's an O. Save. Alright. See you next time. Title. Yeah, title. Or no, exit. Yeah, exit.